I'm saying, listen, man. Like my brother right here just said, propaganda. It is. Bro, yeah, I'm with you on that, 100%. I'm just trying to add the nefarious intent that this dude is on. Propaganda is very important, man. And like I said earlier, it's a war on our people. A lot of people try to say, oh, Chairman Fred, man, he always talking about blaming the government, the white folks. Yeah, I do. Because this is, man, the situation that's going on in our community, man, this ain't just going to happenstance, man. But they put these people out there, to make you believe that black folks in their own, or the conditions in our community have because we lazy, or we don't stick together, or God don't like us. Man, it's a war waging our people, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, everything like in Rwanda, people just want you to believe that the Hutus and Tutsis just jumped up and started fighting amongst each other. No, man, you get the role, the Belgians, the whole role they play setting the whole thing up, man. Now, the issue came up, you know what I'm saying, with this catching bass. You talking about, man, we want to do a piece on different street tribes. No, I say the street tribes. We call them unpoliticized street tribes.
Right.
The role of these cats, man, Sebastian used to be Don Diva, man. They think...
Used to be, by the way. Used to be.
Matter of fact, if you want me...
Formerly.
I accentuate that. Used to be.
Wasn't even from Chicago.
Wasn't even from Chicago.
Probably didn't have no family here, nothing.
The role these cats play.
Just a fake ass nigga trying to... I ain't say that. That was old love saying that. That wasn't no Mario. That was old love.
The role these cats play, like, I'm saying it's very objective. The role is to give the people the impression that, you know what I'm saying, this stuff just happens in osmosis, that, you know what I'm saying, that motherfucker, this shit just happens in our community. You follow what I'm saying? Man, do this shit, man. A non-independent people do not make independent decisions. In other words, like a lot of people want to believe that your uncle hooked up and brought some dope over here, you know what I'm saying? And that's that dope guy in the community. Let me give you some real quick history. Man, after the military defeat of the Black Power movement, you know what I'm saying, the Black Panther Party in particular in the 60s, people like the Deputy Director of the FBI, William Sullivan, was sent to Vietnam, Southeast Asia, to stop their so-called drug problem, which is kind of ironic being there was the French. They bombarded the Vietnamese with, you know what I'm saying, with dope houses and prostitution dens. When William Sullivan came back from Vietnam, Southeast Asia, the black community was bombarded with dope. You know what I'm saying? Let's trace it. The poppy leaf grows in Vietnam, Southeast Asia, the raw form of heroin in Karachi.
Exactly.
When you come back, they flooded our community. We thought the cocaine was upper class white man's drug back then. Fast forward 1978, when the Sandinistas getting down to Latin America, this same chump, William Sullivan, is sent over there to stop their so-called drug problem. When he returns, our community is flooded with cocaine. Latin America was the coca leaf growing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they strategically flood our community with this type of stuff.
Brother, I overstand you right now.
The thing in Chicago in particular, Chicago is phenomenal for the street organization, period. Not just street organization, period. I mean, you can ask a cat for address up here, they'll tell you the different street organization name as opposed to saying, you know, what the street signs say. And it's like I've been a lot of places, you know, but it's phenomenal up here. The whole, I mean, you see, I mean, whatever hustle going on out there, it's organization. You follow what I'm saying?
Right.
It's been corroded, but still, in comparison to a lot of places, it's still like the structure. I mean, it's phenomenal. And a lot of people want to put out this image that these guys, these street owners just jumped up and I don't like you because you got on this. I don't like you because you got on this color. I don't like you because you got on that color. But then they said, man, it was an ongoing counterinsurgency, man. This stuff was set up, man. Let's go back, for example, in 1950s, man. 1950s, man. I'm telling you, let's talk about this Daily Machine. I'm talking about the president man of Chicago right now, Gangsta Daily. Gangsta Daily. His daddy was Gangsta Daily Sr. When this talking about the clerk in Cook County, man. They had a plan to take the property from black people in Hyde Park. They said they're gonna put out this law where you can't, man, that you can have insurance on your homes. Simultaneously, they wouldn't sell black folks no insurance. So they get all the property in Hyde Park. Right. So then they tried to do it in the 60s. The people said, no, we're not going for this. We know y'all pulled this stuff before. They said the whole thing, the University of Chicago. The same University of Chicago, man, with a whole cabinet up out of Chile. Pinochet and them come up, his whole cabinet come up out of. Same University of Chicago, with the former chunk, the puppet they put over in our rock came up out of.
Right.
Same University of Chicago, man, with Rahm Emanuel, all these Obama teams.
Same place.
Obama teams.
Same place. Same school, bro.
They create the nucleus for the atom bomb. They had this thing called the Woodlawn Experiment. The University of Chicago, Sears and Roebuck, First National Bank, the Rockefeller Foundation, and the first Gangsta Daily Senior was against it, get on board and on. Well, they funneled over $100 million down, you know what I'm saying, to the Blackstone Rangers. Now listen, not directly to the Blackstone Rangers, the fiscal agents, because at the time Jefferson was teenagers. The fiscal agents who got the money, who the money went through, People like Reverend Arthur Brazier, Reverend Leon Finney.
All is well, bro.
The money come through these people. You know what I'm saying? Later on, they locked up these young brothers, Jeff and them on these bogus cases. Finney and Brazier never got locked up. Go back, they got big mega churches now over there right now. You know what I'm saying? They set up a situation, man, where the Chicago police would dress them like the devil disciples with them old black hats with white ties around them, and then drive-bys from a Peace and Love building, another place with the stones there. It created a quote-unquote crime epidemic where the property value went down. All this was set up by the system, by the state. You know what I'm saying? And a criminal psychologist said, when you go to a crime scene, that's what happened over there in Woodlawn. It's a crime scene. The first thing you got to look for is who benefited. And no, Jeff didn't benefit. And all the people didn't benefit. Man, Sears, the University of Chicago benefited. Them criminals still there, you know, still taking property. And these type of tactics they laid down in our community. So, man, a lot of people don't hear about this here. A lot of people don't touch on safe subjects, over type subjects, picking the prick of the weed. Man, we digging the root up, showing the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? We just, man, exposing the contradictions, who's the cause and effect, I'm saying, though. People say, oh, man, you want to blame the government. Man, that's who set this thing up.
I'm gonna stop real quick, get to part 3, because I only get 10 minutes at a time.